streaming. Heyo everyone, Hexi here. And today, I'm finally back. Today, I'm gonna be stumbling through Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver and trying to remember where all I'm supposed to go.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all.
Here we go with
However,
all the
his contempt for
bit-crushed
humanity drove him
video
to create
glory
me
of
and my brethren.
1999 computer
I am
graphics.
Raziel,
Look at
first
those
born of his
cheekbones.
lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have
This is the
served
thing
him
about
for
old
millennia.
video game graphics. Everything is
Over
so,
time, we became human
what's the
and
word?
more
Stylized? I think is the right term.
Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord.
Welcome, welcome.
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony.
But yeah, a lot of these old games made up for their limited graphics with their artistic stylization.
There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
This game, though, incredibly carried by its voice casting and strong scripting. It makes up for the limited graphical quality of the PlayStation 1.
I know you.
Here we go.
Raziel.
In-game
You are
graphics.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is
I
this
love
that
the
I've
look
come
of
to
the
inhabit?
PlayStation models.
Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only
The
spared you from
low
total
quality
dissolution.
textures and the
I will
lack of
choose
polygons
oblivion over this existence.
gave it a
The choice
certain
is
artistic
not yours.
flair.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my Soul Reaver. My
Oh,
angel
title
of
drop!
death.
Title drop! Now here's the thing, these old games, they didn't so much set you up with all these technical systems like newer games. They had a set of rules, like pressing square can punch, but it also opens doors and shit. You've got a suck souls button. You can jump, but you can also crouch and jump higher. Using these systems, you would platform through the game, but it set it all up right from the start.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
Right away, we get introduced to the warp zones, the checkpoint system. It allows you to go to different parts of the game later on. Obviously, you have to set the first one so that you can come back here later.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Time to suck their soul. Yes. There we go. Full power.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Oh. Woo! Just made it.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Slua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
And yeah, in this game, enemies will keep getting up so long as you don't consume their souls. Nothing in Nosgoth can die forever. Unless, you know, you put them down for good.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Here's one of the tricks to the puzzle solving in this game, though. You can, like, walk
Sustain
underwater
your strength to
using
prolong your
the
manifestation in the physical world.
spirit realm.
If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
Yes, fragile matter. But, you can walk underwater using that, you can get through certain barriers, and you can slow down the flow of time.
You are young yet,
So,
Raziel.
using the spirit
still
world
retain
is
many of your
also a part
vampiric
of
weaknesses.
puzzle solving.
Immersion in water, while not fatal,
It's all
will dissolve
very
your
complicated.
physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Mhm.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Thankfully, I am not a vampire, so I can just run through the light.
From the flesh, a conscious soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Yeah, so basically, if I don't consume its soul, it'll get back up. What, you don't want to follow like the other guy? And then you press triangle to grab him. And you just gotta... Oh, can I not steer? There we go. Got him. Now, I think the wall over there, the smooth
Your
one,
physical
is the
prowess
one where I
surpasses
can
what you knew
climb
in
up.
life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
just climb up here, jump up, up. There we go. Whoop. And I think this is the part that turns a lot of people off from this game, is just the long, winding corridors with seemingly nothing in them.
My God! The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
First things first, we're gonna need one of these. Now we've got a mobile pokey stick. Zoop. Just teleports to your hand like skateboards in Tony Hawk. Oh. Uh-huh. There we go. Too late. Could have told me sooner, tutorial. Oh. Here we have one of our first teleport rooms that we can get outside of the first one. This will help us get back here should we ever need to. It's got that little swirly symbol. That's our only indication that that's this point in the game. Nope. Yeah, I see that a lot in games. There's a very specific way to open the door. If you miss it, then you just wind up punching at the door. See it in tons of playthroughs.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
That's quite a long distance. I hope a long jump will get me over there. But yeah, Raziel's like Sonic in some ways. He can take a bunch of hits as long as he picks up his rings. I mean souls. You might have noticed the soul meter slowly drains over time, so you gotta continue to get new food.
Desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
And over to the side here, we've got another teleport room. While these goofy symbols might not mean much now, whenever it comes to backtracking later to pick up all the power-ups, they're gonna start meaning a whole lot. Once they're stunned, go ahead and stick them with your pokey stick. Here's hoping I'm going the right way. Because at this point, I'm kind of on my own. think I just went in a circle. Ah, climb the tower. Okay. Should have seen these stairs earlier. Not entirely sure what's causing this slowdown, but I think it might just be natural PlayStation emulation, trying to copy the original hardware. Yep, looks like I'm on the right track. Oh. Oop. There we go.
No! Please! I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh. Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
Yes, don't expect Raziel to jump in and save the humans. He's just here to get revenge on vampires, clearly. And I'm pretty sure that was a vampire hunter.
This charnel house bore the
vampires,
unmistakable marks
humans,
of Melchiah's clan.
Everything's up for grabs here.
Dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit
Game's
fledglings
just
from
like,
the desiccated
everyone's an
corpses
enemy.
here
Kill them
interred?
all. Love these old vertex coloring blood effects. It's all a little bit jank, but it looks amazing. Guessing that the way up's on the other side. Yep. Very astute observation skills, Hexi. And boom, up we go.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Cain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
Ah, yes, my brother. He was very fragile, very frail. He looked punchable. I mean, what are these comments? I often speak about my family in such terms. Oh, yet another teleport room. Chances are we're gonna have to backtrack here at some point. Thankfully, there aren't too many secrets available until after we've beaten the first boss. Almost fell off there. Oh. This one might be a long shot. Whew. It looked further away than it was. I don't know if you know this, guys, but I've got very bad depth perception. There we go. See, some games would build this up as some big risk-reward thing where you can just suck souls, but you might get hit. They'd have a whole system programmed around it. But no, not Soul Reaver. It was just a thing. If you suck souls, and you're not paying attention, enemies can come up and hit you. Very self-explanatory. Does not need a tutorial. But anymore, it seems like a lot of these new games are so full of their systems that they just want to cram them down your throat right off the bat. Kane's like, yeah, no, let them figure it out for themselves. This is some pretty basic shit. I feel like there's something I should be seeing here. Like, I know at one point there's a wall with ridges on it that you can climb up. I thought that might have been it, but nope. How do I open this door? Nope, can't get on top of that. Must have been something I missed back here. And here begins the back and forth. Nope, can't move this. Let me head back to the checkpoint room. Maybe I can save. You know, since I haven't done that this entire game. Oh. Right. I had to jump across the water to get here. Oh. Where were you hiding? Under here? Is there something down there? No. I wonder, though. Maybe going spectral is the answer. Let me get down here. Because we can abandon our physical form at any time, as the tutorial told us. I'm just curious what sort of things might happen in here if I were to... Oh, a soul.
Beware, Raziel. These wraiths are vampire spirits, fettered too long in the spectral realm. When their vampire natures adapt to this plane, they become eaters of souls. Do not allow these spirits to re-inhabit their corpses.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. you get back here. There we go. Now, it was showing this cliff, so I'm assuming I can jump. Oh! The walls came out. Interesting. The laws of the spectral plane make no sense. Don't try to rationalize them. Then go ahead and back to the mortal realm. Oh. Here's one of those rules I was talking about. You can push these blocks around, and you can lift them up exactly one block. Once they're on top of another block, though, it's a little bit of a... It's a little bit of a hassle trying to get them off the top block, unless it has another one next to it. You wanna flip the block, please? There we go. Sorry, I was pressing L1 and square a lot there, and it just wasn't doing. Ah! Good old games with a distinct, defined rule set, though. That there was no question as to whether you could do things or not later on down the line. The game wouldn't mysteriously change the rules on you for no reason. Oop. Block. Oh. I guess it's not meant to go to the other side. It won't let me lift it. Is it meant to go down? I think that's the more likely case. Whoop. Uh-huh. There we go. Oh, each of these is only one block high. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push it down and then lift it up the stairs. That is so dumb. Oh! Where did you come from? Get fucked, nerd. There we go. Then over and in. That should open the gate. Woo! Then you can just save anytime you want. Ah, the good old days. Now, was there anything else I had to do in here? Maybe just not fall down like I did the first time. That would probably be a good idea. Another rule of the spectral realm. You can't bring your weapons with you. No affecting physical objects while you're a spirit. So whatever you're holding just kinda ceases to be while you're in here. I can't draw that soul from the ground floor up here. Just gonna have to drift back down and fill my meter. There he is. Numb. I know, I have impeccable foresight skills. Let's see if we can get back up here. And was there something off to this side, maybe? Like whatever this is? Ah! Oh! This is another one of those spirit realm puzzles. Because obviously if we stand on the platform, we're too heavy for it. However, if our spirit form steps on the platform, obviously, it's not gonna have any weight to transfer to it. Just gotta make my way across these warped platforms. Then go after this side. I feel like my meter's full, but the game is not letting me transition for some reason. There we go. Now this one's special. It's got some little markings on the back. So, oop. Your stream's current bitrate is higher than the YouTube recommended amount. Don't know how that happened. But, oop! Here we go. We've got some markings on this block. And they match the markings on that wall. So we gotta do that thing I said, where we have to get to a floor above to push that block off. And then shove this one into the hole with the matching markings. But oh no! This one's markings are on the side. Whatever will we do? You gotta crouch, push it up this way, and then... how can we get it on that side? Gonna have to crouch and push it this way, and then crouch and push it that way. Now it matches up. Very inconvenient, though. I can't believe that vampires have to do this every day just to get into their castle. But I can kind of understand since I have at least 19 padlocks on my door, and I'm thinking of adding another one. Oh. Now we can take this block and just shove it off here. And then we need to make a little block pile. I went one too far. There we go. Oh, and hey, checkpoint room. Let me just go in here to save. Wow. I think that's the way that we came down, so let me just save game. And voila! Into the cliff sides we go. I'm sure scaling that wall's even more inconvenient for all the other vampires since they didn't have the power of flight. Now just turn and chuck. I guess he was too far away for me to get his soul. Nom. Look, a new pointy stick. Oh. Sunbeam. What's wrong? I thought you wanted to fight me. There we go. Got them both. Now here's a very big slidey puzzle. There's a lot of moving components to this one. Got a lever. Got a elevator. Down we go. Uh-huh. Wonder how the humans got in here. Guessing we can't turn that yet. There we go, ramp in the middle. Somehow we've got to get those gears to connect. Maybe this switch. There we go. Now if I head over to the crank. Aha. Puzzle solving at its finest. Resident Evil, eat your heart out. And if I take the elevator back up, has anything changed up here? Oh, there's fire. I don't know if that was there before. Everything seems to be moving now. Let's see. I remember somehow you gotta get under this platform. There we go. At any rate, guys, I've been at this for an hour, so I think I'm gonna break here. I was hoping I could beat the first boss for you, but it's taken a little bit longer than expected. So I'll just break here, and then I'll see you guys next time. Ciao for now, everyone. Hexi